This video will make your head explode. Our top 5 alien B-movies and their curiosities.
They're here.
Following the success of Ridley Scott's Alien, several films copied it, one of which was Inseminoid, Horrorplanet, British B-movie directed by Norman J. Warren in 1981.
Witness the birth of Inseminoid.
Tentatively titled Doom Seeds, this was changed to Inseminoid, Horrorplanet, to avoid confusion with the 1977 film Demon Seed. The US release was heavily censored for its gore content. The special effects came from the head of the great Nick Maley, known for working on films such as Superman Part 1 and 2, Star Wars, and The Empire Strikes Back. Due to the low budget of the film, the underground scenes were filmed in a real cave, and this produced a more realistic result than any studio shooting option. This film is a hidden treasure, and remember that in space no one can hear you scream. The Man of Ganimedes, Spanish science fiction film, B-movie, 1976. In this film appears the famous Klaatu Barada Nikto from The Day the Earth Stood Still, which was later used in Army of Darkness.
Klaatu
Barada
Nikto.
Juan Carlos Olaria, director of this B-wonder, known for being the Ed Wood from Catalonia. Currently, this film is cult material, but it was a failure at the time of its release. The film is about the abduction of a Spanish human, and of course, the Martians abduct their victim by force, with fists. Part of the footage is composed of discards from other films and archive material. The director contacted the American consulate and asked for images from NASA, which were included in the final editing of the film. The sequel to this film, El Hijo del Hombre, Perseguido por un OVNI, was presented at the Sitges Festival in 2021. Second parts were never so delirious. In the Spanish program Pasapalabra, a contestant was only one answer away from winning 1,714,000 euros. The question was...
Tiempo, empieza por O. Apellido del cineasta que dirigió la película El hombre perseguido por un ovni.
Orton.
For this reason, and much more, it is important to rescue these gems.
No!
Target Earth, a sci-fi B-movie not to be forgotten, directed by Sherman A. Rose, was released in 1954. This film has influenced the films of other directors. Tim Burton borrowed the plot as inspiration for his film Mars Attacks. We find the city of Chicago totally deserted, and the protagonist, Nora, totally bewildered by its streets. This sequence is a reference taken by Alejandro Amenábar for his film Abre los Ojos. In the Spanish director's film, we can see the actor Eduardo Noriega crossing the Gran Via in Madrid, totally empty. The most curious thing is that the city in the film is not Chicago, but Los Angeles, and it should be said that they did not have permission to film, so the scenes of the empty street were shot early on a Sunday morning, so that no people would appear. Only one robot suit was made, which is why the army of Venusian robots are so polite that they attack people one by one. These robots from Venus are targeting the Earth, as the title of this unknown and underrated classic says, which is worth rediscovering and rescuing from oblivion. Devil Girl from Mars, an English movie science fiction film made in 1954, directed by David MacDonald. Actress Patricia Laffin hated her costume, which was uncomfortable and difficult to remove, to the point that she was strictly forbidden to eat and drink while wearing it. This Martian boss suit inspired Darth Vader's suit.
I am your father.
The robot was entirely mechanical and was created by Jack Whitehead. But despite the simplicity of its mechanism, it was constantly breaking down. Jerry Anderson, a British producer, director, and writer, famous for his futuristic science fiction television programs, such as the famous Thunderbirds TV series, was the sound editor for this film. Devil Girl from Mars was one of the first examples of science fiction to feature a female alien protagonist.
Anybody there?
This film inspired Predator. We are talking about Without Warning, directed in 1980 by Graydon Clark. The two little monsters in these films share a taste for fishnet clothes. Made on a budget of $150,000, of which $75,000 went to pay actors Jack Palance and Martin Landau. The film was shot in 3 weeks, with some actors working for only half a day, such as actor Larry Storch, who played the role of the Boy Scout leader. It was David Caruso's first performance in the cinema, our Horatio Kane from CSI Miami, and we all have a past, a B-side. The alien in this film has a peculiar and unique aesthetic. The creature's father is special effects legend Rick Baker, Oscar winner for his work in the legendary film An American Werewolf in London. The actor who plays the alien is Kevin Peter Hall, his height of over 2 meters, and he also played characters such as the Predator and Bigfoot in the Harry and the Hendersons TV series. This B-movie gem contains marvelous mistakes. At several points in the film, you can see how the alien killer discs are suspended by wires. Another error is found when the protagonists, Greg and Sandy, enter the shed and discover the corpses of their friends. In this scene, it is daylight, and when they run out to the van, it is already night. Without Warning has numerous slasher elements. The killer in this case is an extraterrestrial entity that will violently harass the protagonists. As the film's title warns, these beings from other worlds are going to arrive without warning, and he who does not warn is a traitor.